Whenever I meet business owners or entrepreneurs, one question comes to my mind very silently, and sometimes I ask them very vocally also. Are you trying to build a business or are you trying to build a company? Yeah, you heard me right. There is a difference between building a company and building a business. And this question becomes very relevant nowadays because India is on a cusp of a very hyper growth next 2 decades. We are chasing a Viksit Bharat dream of becoming a 30 trillion economy by 2047. As of now, we are a 3.5 trillion economy. So just imagine in 2 decades, we'll be 10x of what we are today. And how do we achieve this? On the basis of the homegrown companies which we are having. And if you see how an organization evolves in India, when it starts, it's small, it's called a startup. It grows a big, it's called a MSME, micro, small, and medium enterprise. And when it scales large, it's called a large corporate. And the journey of this next 2 decades will be governed very strongly by the MSMEs of India. And why do I say this? Because currently 60% of employment in India is controlled by these MSMEs. But there is one more statistics which troubles me a lot. It says only 30% of MSMEs or family grown businesses in India reach the second generation. And only 5% of them reach the fourth generation. It means these companies are doing good but are not very sustainable. In the last decade or so, a lot of things have happened in India. The ecosystem has grown where a lot of things are happening for these MSMEs to do better. But what this ecosystem is focusing on is the people part, the process part, and the governance part. But one missing link where nobody is able to focus is the culture part. And whenever I meet these business owners, and when I ask them, why don't you focus on the culture of your organization? The answer which I get normally is, we are too small to focus on culture. Let us become big enough so that we focus on culture. But when the organization becomes big enough, it's very difficult to change the culture of the organization. Today, I want to specifically talk about a very important aspect of culture which I see missing in lot of the organizations I visit regularly, and that is trust. And why is trust important? In my opinion, trust is the most important and the biggest emotion in the world. It's bigger than love, it's bigger than respect. Marriages don't break because of lack of love, they break because of lack of trust. Partnerships don't go wrong because of lack of respect or lack of business, they go wrong because of lack of trust. But still, very few people are focusing on trust. Why? Because an organization normally reflects the overall society. And Indian society in general is a very high trust deficit society. But there are few people who are able to focus on this very important aspect of culture, and they are able to create great organizations. So whenever a relationship starts, whether it is a personal relationship or a professional relationship, it may start in two different methods. First, I trust you and you give me a reason to doubt you. And the second, I doubt you, you give me a reason to trust you. When you start with doubt, you will get lot of references in coming time that you should doubt this person. And when you trust, you will get lot of references during time that you should trust this person. It is up to you how you start that relationship. And why it is so important as far as the MSMEs are concerned, all the organizations are concerned? Because an organization, a company is made of people. And when I ask people, how do you define team? People say a team is a set of people working towards a common goal. But if you ask me, I say a team is a set of relationships working towards a common goal. If there is a team of 4 people, then there are 6 relationships between these 4 people. If these 6 relationships are strong enough, they can create great results. And if some of these relationships are a bit weaker, then probably it will be very difficult to get good results out of this team. So, is trust so important to create great results? No. Trust is a binding force which will help all the pieces to come together. If I ask you, pearls, where do you like the pearls? On a seashore or in a necklace? Then mostly the answer will be in a necklace. The value of pearls grows multifold when they are a part of a necklace. But a necklace is as strong as the thread which binds them. Similarly, in any team or in any organization, trust is that thread which binds all the pieces, whether it is the people part, the culture part, the process part, or the governance part. How strong it is will decide how the performance of the organization is strong or how sustainable the organization is. When I visit a lot of companies nowadays, what I am able to see, the partners are having very less trust on each other. The owners are having very less trust on the team members. And the team as a whole works with very less trust. So, what happens during this is whatever the potential that team or the organization has, it is not unlocked fully. And to unlock fully, you need to create a culture of trust in the organization. And trust is never stagnant. It either goes on an upward spiral or it goes on a downward spiral. When you see trust going on an upward spiral, you know this organization is set for something big. And when you see the trust going on a lower downward spiral, you see something wrong is going to happen. That's why trust is so important. But when I ask people what is trust, if I ask 100 people, maybe 99 are never able to answer me properly. Trust as a word, at least we use once in a day, but still very few people are able to define it. So let me try to demystify it for you. Trust stands tall on 4 main pillars. The first pillar on which trust stands is reliability. What's the meaning of reliability? Reliability simple means do what you say. There are a lot of times we tell people we are going to do this thing, but probably we are busy or we forget we are not able to do that, but the trust, our reliability goes down. The second pillar is congruence. Congruence means say what you are thinking. When you talk to a person, you are able to figure out whether he is saying the same things as per the thoughts which are going in his mind or he is saying something else. Sometimes the person is saying yes, but his body language is saying no. And sometimes the person is saying no, but the body language is saying yes. And here you start having a bit of less trust on that person. What is he thinking? Why is he not saying what is there in his mind? So follow congruence. Speak whatever is there in your mind. The third pillar of trust is acceptance. Accept the person the way he is. None of the person is 100% perfect. But how do we behave with them? You change yourself, then I'll accept you. But the better way is, I accept you, then I'll try to change you. And the moment you start accepting a person the way he is, trust starts going on the upward spiral. And the last, but not the least, fourth pillar of trust is openness. Openness means 100% transparency between you and the person who's there in front of you. There should not be any hidden agenda. Whatever is there in you, be open with that. And just imagine, if the owners of a company, if the team members of a company start working on these 4 pillars of trust, reliability, congruence, acceptance, and openness, Just imagine where the team strength will go. Just imagine where the synergy will go. And just imagine what kind of potential will be unlocked of this team. So, this is my message today to all my fellow entrepreneurs who are trying to build India, to build an organization, and are also able to create a lot of employment for the country. Give some focus on trust, give some focus on culture. And if you are able to create a great organization, I am sure the vision of India of becoming a Viksit Bharat by 2047 is not very far away. Thank you so much for being a great audience. Thank you.